10 legends gone in days. We are going through all 10 of them right now. Their most famous roles, their biggest achievements, and exactly how they died. Do not go anywhere and comment your favorite one, starting with number 10. Bud Cort. He passed away in early February 2026, the age of 77. His cause of death was not publicly confirmed by his family. But the moment you see his face, you will know exactly who he is. Bud Cort became a cult film legend because of one movie, Harold and Maude. Released in 1971, that film is about a 20-year-old boy obsessed with death who falls in love with a 79-year-old woman who is completely in love with life. Strange, dark, funny, and deeply moving. It is the kind of movie that changes the way you think. Bud Cort was Harold. He also appeared in Dogma alongside Ben Affleck and Matt Damon in 1999. Bud Cort was 77 years old. He was a true original, and nobody else could ever play Harold the way he did. Number 9. Roger Allers. He passed away on January 17, 2026, at the age of 76 following a short illness. His family did not reveal the specific cause of death. Now, Roger Allers was not an actor in front of the camera, but he gave the world one of the most beloved films ever made. He was the co-director of The Lion King in 1994. Think about what that means for a second. Every person who ever cried during the stampede scene, every child who ever sang Hakuna Matata at the top of their lungs, every adult who still gets chills when they hear Circle of Life, all of that happened because of Roger Allers and the team he led. The Lion King became the highest-grossing traditionally animated film in history. Roger Allers gave the world Simba. He gave the world Mufasa, telling his son to remember who he is. He died at 76, following a short illness, and the world is genuinely less magical without him. Number 8. Demond Wilson. He passed away on January 31, 2026, at the age of 79 at his home in Palm Springs, California. The cause of death was complications from cancer, though the specific type was not publicly revealed. Demond Wilson played Lamont Sanford in Sanford and Son, the legendary NBC sitcom that ran from 1972 to 1977. That show was groundbreaking television. It was one of the very first predominantly black sitcoms to reach a massive mainstream audience across all of America. Demond Wilson and Red Fox together created one of the greatest comedy partnerships in television history. The arguing, the love underneath all the bickering, the way they made every single scene feel completely real and completely funny at the same time. Sanford and Son did not just entertain people. He was 79 and he passed at home. Number 7. Tom Noonan. He passed away on February 14, 2026, Valentine's Day, the age of 74. His cause of death was not publicly confirmed. Tom Noonan was what real film lovers call a character actor's character actor. He was tall, deeply intense, and had a presence on screen that made directors want him and audiences never forget him. He played Francis Dollarhide, the terrifying serial killer in Michael Mann's Manhunter in 1986. That film introduced the world to Hannibal Lecter before Silence of the Lambs even existed. And Tom Noonan's performance as the villain was so chilling and so disturbing that it is still studied in film schools today. He played Frankenstein's monster in The Monster Squad in 1987, a role that was somehow both terrifying and deeply sad at the same time. And he appeared alongside Al Pacino and Robert De Niro in Michael Mann's Heat in 1995, one of the greatest crime films ever made. Tom Noonan was an artist in the truest sense. He gave everything to every role, and the film world lost a genuine master on Valentine's Day 2026. Number 6. Brad Arnold. He passed away on February 7, 2026, at just 47 years old. The cause of death was stage 4 kidney cancer, a diagnosis he had shared with his fans only a short time before he died. Brad Arnold was the lead singer and founding member of Three Doors Down, one of the biggest rock bands of the early 2000s. And here is something most people do not know. Brad Arnold wrote the band's most famous song, Kryptonite, when he was just 15 years old. He scratched the lyrics on a school desk during class. That song went on to spend 13 weeks at #1 on the Billboard mainstream rock chart and turned Three Doors Down into a worldwide phenomenon overnight. Songs like Here Without You, When I'm Gone, and Be Like That became the soundtrack to an entire generation's most important moments. First, heartbreaks. Late night drives, high school graduations. Three Doors Down sold over 30 million albums worldwide. Brad Arnold was the voice behind all of it. He was 47 years old with decades of music still inside him. Stage 4 kidney cancer took him before he ever got the chance to give it to the world. That loss is enormous. Number 5. Robert Carradine. He passed away on February 24, 2026, at the age of 71. His family asked for privacy, and the exact cause of death has not been publicly confirmed. Robert Carradine came from one of the most legendary acting families in Hollywood history. His father was John Carradine, one of the great character actors of classic Hollywood. His brothers David and Keith Carradine were both immensely respected actors with their own remarkable careers. But Robert built his own legacy completely separate from the family name. In 1984, he played Louis Skolnick in Revenge of the Nerds, the smart, awkward, unapologetically nerdy kid who stood up to bullies and won. That film became one of the biggest cult classics of the 1980s. It spoke to every single person who ever felt like they did not fit in, and that is a lot of people. Years later, he introduced himself to a brand new generation of fans by playing the warm and funny father on Disney Channel's beloved series, Lizzie McGuire, a show that millions of kids watched every single week growing up. Robert Carradine connected with two completely different generations of fans and made both of them love him. He was 71 years old, and his passing closes another chapter in the story of one of Hollywood's greatest families. Number 4. Katherine O'Hara. She passed away on January 30th, 2026. At the age of 71, the cause of death was a brief illness. She had been experiencing difficulty breathing in the early morning hours when emergency responders were called to her home in Brentwood, Los Angeles. She was taken to a nearby hospital in serious condition and passed away just hours later. There was no long public battle, no warning to the world. She was here and then she was gone. And the grief that hit the internet immediately was completely genuine, because Katherine O'Hara was not just famous. She was genuinely loved. She was the mom in Home Alone, the frantic, funny, desperate mother trying to get back to Kevin on Christmas morning. That performance became one of the most iconic in holiday film history. She was a founding member of the legendary SCTV sketch comedy show in Canada, a show that launched some of the greatest comedy careers of a generation. She appeared in Best in Show and A Mighty Wind, two of the funniest films ever made. And then she gave the world Moira Rose in Schitt's Creek, a character so perfectly strange, so completely her own, and so deeply human that it is considered one of the greatest comedy performances in television history. She won the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series for that role in 2020. Katherine O'Hara was 71. She was irreplaceable, and she left without giving the world any time to prepare. Number 3. Eric Dane. He passed away on February 19, 2026, at just 53 years old. The cause of death was ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. He had publicly announced his diagnosis in April 2025, just 10 months before he died. ALS is one of the most brutal diseases that exists. It slowly takes away your ability to move every muscle in your body, your hands, your arms, your legs. Eventually, your ability to speak and breathe while keeping your mind completely clear the entire time. You feel everything. You understand everything happening to you, and you cannot stop it. Eric Dane first noticed weakness in his right hand in late 2023. He blamed texting. But when it would not go away, he saw specialist after specialist. After 9 months of searching for answers, the word ALS was finally said out loud. He went public almost immediately and traveled to Washington, D.C. with advocacy group I Am at LS to fight for research funding and legislation that could help others. He said in his final interviews that he had 2 daughters at home and he wanted to see them graduate and get married someday. His family released a statement after his passing saying his illness progressed far more quickly than anyone expected. Fans across the world knew him as Dr. Mark Sloan McTeamy on Grey's Anatomy, the charming, confident surgeon who became one of the most loved characters on that show for 9 seasons. And in his final chapter, he became something even more powerful. A man. Number 2. James Vanderbeek. He passed away on February 11, 2026, at just 48 years old. The cause of death was stage 3, colorectal cancer, a diagnosis he had shared with the world publicly in November 2024. He had gone to his doctor after noticing changes in his body that he initially blamed on his diet. He was in excellent cardiovascular shape. He ate healthy food. He had no family history of colon cancer. And yet there it was. He went through surgery. He went through chemotherapy. He fought with everything he had for over a year. The dreamy, idealistic teenager standing by that creek on Dawson's Creek to an entire generation of people who grew up watching that show every single week in the late 1990s. But in his final year of life, he became something even greater than